The final week into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Prescott looks to throw right away. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going right back to Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And he was certainly solid, maybe a little bit more last week in his NFL debut. Threw a couple of touchdown passes and earned his first victory. Now, we all know it's not going to be easy from here, but at least now he's seeing what it takes to win at this level.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down to about the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Off the play fake. Davidson. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off play action. Davidson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Davidson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much right after the catch.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. The slot man in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. He gets this one to Mechie. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Third and short yardage. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Prescott now. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach.
And I think the ball's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right? To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
The Cowboys at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
Looking to throw on second down. Davidson, left side to Lamb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Davidson. Now bottled up. It's out. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. He'll find Hodgins there complete. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his 1st. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 42-yard line.
They'll throw again. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Prescott now on 2nd down. Touchdown, Rams! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Off the play fake. Davidson. Looking left sideline. It's complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way down.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. Davidson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Off play action. Davidson. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now a throw here, hauled in. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Rams' 18-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Davidson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Davidson. That is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. This ball caught by Mechie. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, That would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down, Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Let's not worry about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Bust through the tackle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott steps away. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the...
And it'll be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Goodwin. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains. Back to throw. Davidson. And he rifles one incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again. Davidson. That's completed right side to Palmer. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
It's second and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. A determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Dak Prescott of the offense down by a field goal, less than 90 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Olave. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. To throw, Prescott. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And that one complete to Hodgins. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now Dak. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's going to take total charge of his head again. Totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll try and run through this with Akers. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And now with with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Rams who are going to get the football first as we are back underway here in overtime. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Prescott. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. So it's the Rams here that take home the W. And it was Dak Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Yeah, he was in complete control of this offense. He had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And to be honest, he really made it look easy out there.
So for Los Angeles, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year.